Hi guys, and welcome back to Vegans, Veggies, and Vibes. My name is Amarais, and today we're making a Mediterranean stuffed sweet potato. The first thing we're gonna wanna do is to take our sweet potato and wash it, and then stab it with a fork. This is just to break the skin. You don't have to go very deep, and that way all the steam can get released while it's cooking. You can cook this directly on a baking sheet if you want a really crispy skin, or you can wrap it in tin foil. This typically keeps the whole thing soft and a little more moist, so I like to cook potatoes in tin foil. Once that's all wrapped up, we're just gonna stick it in the oven until soft, so anywhere from 25 to 45 minutes, depending on the size of your sweet potato. And I have the oven set at 430 right now. The next thing we're gonna do is to take our quinoa and get that started as well. I'm gonna put a quarter cup of quinoa and a half cup of water on the stove and leave that to cook. I cook quinoa the same way I cook rice. I bring it up to a boil, and as soon as it starts to boil, I cut the heat all the way off, put a lid on, and let it steam. All right, I'll see you guys back when that's done. All right, now that our potato is done cooking, we're gonna heat up the rest of our ingredients and get them ready to put inside the potato. So the first thing I'm going to add is 2 chopped up sun-dried tomatoes. Get that off my knife. And then about a quarter cup of chickpeas. And I'm gonna smash my chickpeas a little bit, just for texture. This is totally optional. I'm not even gonna smash all of them, just a few. Just because sometimes a whole chickpea, if it's not baked, I don't always enjoy that texture. But we're just gonna heat those up, fry them a wee bit, so that it's ready to put inside of our potato. I have about a tablespoon of olive oil in there. It does not have to be olive, but it is recommended since this is a Mediterranean recipe. I'm putting the tomatoes and the chickpeas in first just because they're denser and they won't warm up as fast as the spinach will. All right, so now that this has fried down a little bit, we're going to add a cup of spinach. This may seem like a lot of spinach, but it's going to wilt down as we cook. We're also going to add about a half tablespoon of garlic powder. Excuse me, I meant half teaspoon. Also a half teaspoon of dill and a half teaspoon of thyme. You can also salt and pepper this to your liking. Try not to dump half your spices onto the stovetop. That would also be very helpful. I'm gonna add a little bit more garlic since I dumped all that out. I also really enjoy garlic, so no harm, no foul. Going to add some salt and some pepper. And you can see how the spinach is getting smaller and turning kind of an electric green. You could also add Kalamata olives to this. I'm personally not an olive fan, but those would go very well in a Mediterranean dish. Don't forget to add the quinoa as well and get that heated up with the rest of your seasonings and other ingredients. Once everything is done, you can put everything that we sauteed on top of your sweet potato and top it with a tahini sauce. I personally don't like tahini, so I added some tzatziki. Hope you guys enjoy!